you have a message to any upcoming rappers trying to be rappers slash producers? Anything you could tell them?
Yeah. If you doing this shit for the money, quit. Stop. It's done. This
Mm.
is you're not gonna become Drake. All right. You don't get that. You know what I mean?
Yo, what's going on YouTube? MaxVolume back at it again with another video. I'm here with,
Drew Noor in the building.
who else we got?
Yo, Mo Money, aka Mo Pressure in the building.
Oh, Pressure, you feel me? And today we're with a
Oh, yeah.
special guest, my man's. Who we got? Who we got? Tell him, talk to
Hey,
him.
we got Lux in here, boy. We got LuxxisDead. You know what I mean?
LuxxisDead
Okay,
in the
okay, okay.
cut, you
I
feel
mean,
me?
I see you alive right now, alive in the flesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We still living it.
I feel it. I feel it. You feel me? So in today's video, we're gonna be doing a little special, like an interview type of vibe. So before we start the video, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. You feel me? But let's get into this right here. So the first question I'm gonna ask you, Lux, is what got you into music, and what year did you start making music?
Oh, that's a good ass question. Damn, what got me into music? Honestly, like I grew up listening to a lot of music. Not even like rap. I never really listened to rap growing up, but I used to listen to like a lot of stuff with like no vocals, no lyrics. So that got me into it, and I started out making beats. That's what that's what really got it. That's what
Like
really got it jumping.
instrumentals.
Yeah. I would listen to like not electron. I wouldn't say like dubstep, but like kind of like electronic, kind of back in like seventh grade maybe.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
You ever listen to rock?
that's
Nah.
not my genre.
Well,
No,
you
You
no.
listen
never
to
like.
rock.
I used to listen to rock.
Now I'm not gonna lie, I listened to
Nah.
classic rock growing up. Michael Jackson and classic
Yeah.
rock with Lil Wayne and 50. That's how I grew up. You feel me?
Mm.
Now I was listening to that hard rock. That
Oh, that metal.
Heavy
yeah.
metal. That's funny.
Yeah.
So you said in seventh, you were listening to instrumentals. So when did you first start making beats, and like what software did you start using to make beats and things like that?
So I think I first started around like probably like eighth grade, ninth grade. I started making beats just like in class, and we had the Chromebooks, so you couldn't download no software. You couldn't download like FL, Ableton. So I found this little, I found a DAW online called Audio Tool, and that's
Audio
what I used to
Tool.
use.
I
Yeah,
remember Audio Tool, and I'm not gonna lie, I remember
yeah.
it's Audio Tool.
I feel yeah. That's because you couldn't download nothing, so that was the only thing you could use.
So what kind of beats
Okay.
did you, when you first started making beats, like what kind of like beats were you trying to make dubstep, trying to make rap, trying to make like what kind of like beats were you going for?
Honestly, I started with like making like rap beats,
Rap beats.
to be honest, because that's when I started getting into like the underground scene, listening to more of that stuff, more rap music.
Okay, so we
But
So
yeah,
let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you just to clear things up. So you started off listening. You got into music by listening to. Not I'm not gonna say it was instrumentals, but so it's just easier for
like
people to follow.
electronic music, yeah, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then from there you started making your own beats.
yeah.
Okay, so what really got you into listening to rap then? For you to start putting rap lyrics or rap beats into
Honestly,
incorporating it.
it was just me scrolling around on SoundCloud a lot, and then I found a bunch of like low key artists that I messed with that weren't like they didn't sound like nothing you hear on the radio, no none of the mainstream people. So that really like I really like grew into that.
Can you name some of
Okay.
those low key mainstream artists? Like off rip, like when you first start hearing rap, you're scrolling. Like what got
Yeah.
you on SoundCloud? And then like you're scrolling. Like who are some of those artists that are?
So there were like a few collectives, like groups of people that made music that like really like inspired my early days. Like back then it was Pretty Boy Click and Winter Hill. They had Kuso Collective. There was a lot of like group, and then they all had their own there was like a bunch of artists in each one of those groups that like inspired me to make music.
Okay. Who would you say in today's time like is your biggest influence in music? Like who would you say like when you first started like rapping, like this is going from like this is like it like transitioning from the making beats to rapping, like who was your biggest influence where you would like you kind of like their style or you liked the way they you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly, I think Paycheck and like Autumn and Summers, definitely.
Okay.
Those were rappers.
Yeah, those are all rappers. They're like hella underground though.
I'm not gonna
So
lie,
you-
Autumn's not underground no more. Him and
Well,
Sky-
yeah, not anymore. Yeah. Well, oh, I didn't know you knew who they was. Yeah, they're not really underground no more, but Paycheck's still pretty underground.
Paycheck, that's the
Okay.
one nigga I ain't heard of Paycheck. But I know
He
Summers.
on one of my songs. I got him on one of my songs.
Okay.
That's tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you already
Yeah.
made songs with your inspirations then.
Yeah, that's like honestly like my goal, low key. Make songs with all my idols. You know what I mean?
That's
Okay.
tough.
So let me ask you: do you just make music for your own satisfaction, or is there a goal to it?
I think at first it started with a hobby, like first like making beats, and then like I'm not gonna lie, my beats was not that good in the beginning, so no one would use them. So that's why I started rapping. I was like, yo, no one's rapping on my beats. I'm finna do it myself.
Okay.
And then yeah, so
Was
I
that a
don't know.
big step?
Yeah, that kind of was because I used to record on my Chromebook. That's ugh, you know, ugh.
Inspiration.
Laggy. Yeah, laggy. It's terrible.
The Chromebook,
Bro, I feel you,
the
bro.
school,
I feel you,
the school
bro.
Chromebook.
So he got one right there.
Chromebook days. The school Chromebook, like you
Yeah.
bought your own Chromebook, like hooked it up with the mic and all that. Like,
I use a Snowball, and then I use Audacity to record my vocals.
oh damn.
And I had my own Chromebook, and I had cracked it and put Linux on it so I could download like Audacity and all that. So I was like hacking my shit to make music.
I remember Audacity. I remember like
Yeah.
I remember a few years back. This is 2018. I remember you sent me beats on Audacity before and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
That's what I used to use back then. Yeah.
Okay, so I know I skipped over this, but like, what transition you said? So when you first started rapping, you were making your own beats, or were you using type beats? Like, have you ever used like type beats that got your inspiration, or like what inspired the type of beats that you were making?
Nah. When I first started, I was really making my own beats. Like I was only using my beats. But like what inspired those beats, it's kind of like the people I listened to at the time. Like I couldn't really recreate a lot of the beats that I heard back then, so it was just kind of like it was more like basic. So, but yeah, I was using my own beats back then.
Okay.
Oh, let me further question to that. You never got into that like rapping on a tight beat. You was always because
Oh, no.
you. Go ahead.
Like nowadays, yeah, kinda like be hopping on the tight beats. But
Why? Why now?
it's just a lot easier to be honest. Making beats takes too much mental energy. I can make like one beat like a week and I'm done.
Is it worth it to make your own beats to start off
Oh
like
yeah.
that?
I think it's good to know cuz then you know like the rhythm already. You can find the BPM instantly. You could like it's easier to find flows cuz if you have that experience as a producer, I feel like everything becomes easier when you transition into a rapper.
Is that the hardest skill to learn in that little niche?
Yeah, I think making beats is like it could be difficult, but there's a bunch of like kids now coming up like making crazy ass beats and they make it look mad easy. So I don't even know anymore.
What's that one kid? There was that
You know what
kid
I
who
mean?
made that beat where for Baby Santana and Slumps. I mean,
Who, Majins?
Majins. He's 13.
Yeah, Majins is crazy.
He's
He's a little
bro.
kid,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie.
So let me
Yeah,
ask you,
okay.
what makes up a good beat? What are like 3 key factors that you listen to it and you listen to the beat and you're like, okay, this is a good beat.
For me, I think it's number one is the melody. The melody gotta hit. It can't be like no like basic ass piano. You know what I mean? It gotta have some soul into it. It gotta have drums that match it, and it has to have a good mix. Like it can't be too loud, too quiet. You know what I mean? That's what I look for when I look for.
So
beats.
how long does it take you, like when you first started making beats, how long would you say it takes to make a beat, like a full beat where there's a bridge, chord, like a, a bridge, hook, verse, hook, come back, like?
Honestly, probably like hour, 2 hours, depending if you like make the melody yourself or you use like loops or something.
2 hours, that's crazy. I when I think about making beats, to me, I feel like that's just like when I made music, I just use type beats, because making beats is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it all the time. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So if you're saying that it takes 2 hours, why would you just? Why does it take so much capacity? It's like that really drains you for the whole week.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like nowadays, like back then, I can make like 4 beats a day, like quick too, like 30 minutes, 1 hour, move on to the next one. But like nowadays, I don't know why it got harder, but like I'll make 1 beat, and then if I keep making beats, they all end up sounding the same. So I just gotta I gotta know when to cut it off and like take a break.
You know what's funny about that? I think me and my phone motor cut you off. Me and Dom, we made a song on one of your beats that you sent. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we made it.
I ain't never heard that. Y'all never sent me that.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think the beat. What was the name of the beat? While Mo asked that question, I'm gonna look for it. So go ahead, Mo.
Okay.
So yeah, Lux, I was gonna ask you, what are your favorite types of beats that you like to produce?
Honestly, right now, I like making like Detroit beats for a while. I really like making Detroit beats. They're just mad fun to make, and
Word.
like ambient like underground beats.
A word?
Like really like spacey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever thought about getting into like elevator beats, like elevator music type beats?
Nah. No.
No, you don't think
No.
you don't think that's a niche that you could take off on, because
What,
you
like
have
elevator music?
not the music, but like the beat. Like, you know how like in elevators they be having like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
I don't think I could make.
I found it. Let me know if you remember this beat. What kind of beat would you consider this? Right, I'm about to play it.
Let me hear.
Where would you say your career is? Are you satisfied where you are now?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Why is that?
I used to like dream of being in this spot right now.
Okay, why is
Yeah.
that? Like, what have you achieved that has given you that sense of satisfaction?
Honestly, I think it's just like I actually like the music that I'm making a lot. Like I'm like my top listener. Like I listen to me the most out of everyone in the world.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
like I feel like you gotta be like your biggest fan type shit.
Okay.
But like nowadays, like I feel like my like plays have gotten more consistent. You know, I'm reaching like 1,000, 2,000 every track. I got a lot of connections. You know, a lot of buddies in the underground that I make music with. You know, over like years. I got connections with a lot of producers. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm in a good spot right now. Yeah.
Okay. So following up on that, do you have a message to any upcoming rappers trying to be rappers / producers? Anything you could tell them?
Yeah. If you doing this shit for the money, quit. Stop. It's not. This is you're not gonna become Drake. All right. You don't get that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna make no money from this shit. Even if you do, like you have to. I feel like the most important thing for someone who wants to do this is you need to like actually want to do this. Like you have to have some sort of passion, some sort of love for the craft of making music, and just like, you know, like if you just here for money, it's not it.
What if they do like it, but they're trying to expand? What would be any marketing strategies they could take to help them expedite that?
Be consistent. You gotta drop often, like very often, because you're not Playboy Cardi. You can't drop twice a year
That's
and people like no one's looking for your next track,
bro.
bro. You gotta keep dropping. You can't stop.
You know what's funny that you say that? I was talking to bro. It's not even a name drop or nothing. I was talking to Kai, bro. I'm talking to him. I'm like, yo, bro. I literally had a convo with him. Like, bro, you gotta start dropping more, bro. Like, you can't take you're not Cardi. You feel me? You can have
that's
the
what I'm
toughest.
saying.
You can have hard music that is like genuinely tough. You can have tough music. But if you think you're Playboy Cardi, you could drop once every 2 years, twice a year, bro. You're never gonna take off. Like, I look at it like that. Like,
exactly.
it's like when I was dropping music and stuff like that, I was dropping either bi-weekly or once a month. Like, I tried to keep it where it's like my first 5 songs I dropped were like bi-weekly every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I started doing once a month, and stuff like that. Drop a project because you gotta like, I don't know why people feel like. Let me ask you this: do you feel like there's such a thing as like you're dropping too much music? Or do you feel like, because then you got people like Yeet who drop music a lot of music, and it worked in his favor. Took off.
Yeah,
Jace,
back then. Yeah.
Jace, he dropped a lot of music.
Jace.
He took off.
Yeah, perfect example.
Youngboy drops, and Youngboy is mainstream, but he drops so much music. He drops like 3 albums a year, 4 albums a year, like constantly dropping. And then you got like the Uzis may drop once a year, couple features.
Exactly.
Cardi drop every 3 years, like.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, is there such thing as posting too much music, or
not if you mainstream and you sign to a label, then you can get away with it. But if you are underground and you're still trying to come up and make it work, I think you got to be consistent. Like how you mentioned Jace, like bro, that man drops an album like every week. It feels like, you know what I mean. He dropped hella music, so. You know, you gotta be very consistent. There's no such thing as too much music when you underground.
I feel you. I remember seeing Jace. It's when him and Slump were beefing, and he dissed him. He dissed him. Recorded the Triller. The next day, he recorded the song in an hour. Then recorded the music video the next day. He had a music video in the song all in a day, like within 24 hours. And it's like, I feel like that pushing music like all the time. I feel like that's how you start getting traction. It's like it starts popping up. And like, are there algorithms for SoundCloud, would you say, or it's like kind of like random?
Oh, there definitely is 100%. You just gotta find it. It's hard to hit the algorithm sometimes, but when you got like people that consistently comment on your music, consistently like your music, SoundCloud pushes it out more. So
that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my first song that I dropped with me and Kai, when we dropped Nuke 30, that song, but because we had dropped on his album Bo's Mosh Pit, and that took off. And then we dropped Nuke 30. And that was literally my first song on SoundCloud, and that joint just took off. Randomly hit.
That's what I'm saying.
It just was like first track I dropped ever. That joint, I think it's almost at 10K now, but I privated my music and stuff. But that joint, like, it just took off. And then my second song, it got a couple views. But then the third song, If I Die, that me and Dom did, that joint literally again took off. It's like random. Like, there's a few songs. It is very random. It randomly just takes off overnight, where it's just like 500 plays in a set in like 3 hours.
With me, I really don't market like that, to be honest. Like, that's my one weakness. I'm just like, I just don't know how to do it, bro. Like, how to use TikTok, it's too complicated for me. You gotta like edit the videos yourself, and like, I'm not trying to do all that. Like, it's like important, and if you are an upcoming artist, you probably should use it. I just make a trailer video and I post that on Instagram. Next week, drop the song. That's what I do.
I'm not gonna. I feel like I'm not gonna. I felt that because when I was making music, even when I first started doing YouTube a few years ago, I took a break in because that is the hardest thing, is marketing. But that's the most important thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there be some trash artists, but you see their song 15 times on TikTok. They post like,
exactly.
He's not even trash, but you know that one nigga on TikTok who's like, bend it over like pulling this, bro. You think you would deem it to IG like on Tell Me Yo? The one nigga who runs out the car. You've definitely seen him before, bro.
I think I heard that before.
He posts his songs. He'll post like 10 to 15 TikToks of the same song. Like, he'll hop out the car and run it, and like, he's consistent to the point where it's like eventually that joint just started blowing up. Like, all his songs started blowing up because he did the same, like, and it's like,
Is it because what you said on Keeping Up with the Wild West, the more you put it in front of people, the more they're like, okay, now we have to listen to it.
Yeah,
We're
if you,
always listening to it.
I think
It's
so.
always there.
When you hear something enough times, it starts getting stuck in your head. Like Ice
Yeah.
Spice, for example. I know I'm gonna ask you your opinion on Ice Spice, but me personally, I think she's trash. Keep it a buck. I'll keep it a $1.50. Like she looked good, but like I think the industry pushes her a lot. But like it's because you heard her so much that it became catchy in your ear. You're hearing her always on the radio. You're hearing it
Yeah.
through TikToks. Cause like I'm not gonna lie, and let me know your opinion on this. I feel like TikTok is like the biggest music platform there is now. Like if you wanna blow up in music, you get your song viral on TikTok and it's raps.
Yep.
Like
TikTok is definitely the best way to blow up.
like that joint literally. There's so many artists like that just they utilize that. You feel me? Like do you got
Yeah,
a TikTok
exactly.
or like do you ever post on TikTok?
I have a TikTok. I think I posted one video, and you know what I mean, that's it. That's all I ever did on TikTok.
Damn.
I should post on TikTok, but I just don't even. I don't know what type of TikTok to make. I don't really. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
You're not
that-
worried about that. You're
Yeah.
like how you were saying. You just
I just
enjoy
make
music.
I just love, bro. I have like at least 50 to 60 unreleased songs like ready to go.
Ready
Like
to-
a lot of music. Yeah, like they're all finished songs ready to drop.
That's tough.
It's just cuz I be recording a lot. So
What's the most songs you
How
ever
much-
made in a day? My fault, Drew.
probably like
You
probably
good.
like maybe like 4 or 5 in a day. Like full songs, not like just a verse.
Like
or-
freestyle,
or
like off
just
the
a hook.
top, put the beat on, like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm on.
Yeah. I don't like freestyle the whole song, but like, you know what I mean, just punch in,
Punching, okay.
make a song like that.
Have you ever one
I'm-
take? My fault, Drew. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No. You good. You good. You good.
You've
You
never.
good.
Have you ever one take something like full, like on some Juice WRLD vibes? Like, it's a one take game. Like
I've one take like 30 seconds of a verse on one of my boys' songs when I went to his house for the first time to record. I like he put on a beat and then I just started going. But it really depends, to be honest.
So you say you're a person that records music sober.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much would you say you record a week? Not songs, just in general. Like you're punching in how many?
I'll at least try to record like 3 to 4 songs a week at least.
Okay.
I'll try. Sometimes like you can't really come up with ideas. Sometimes it's not hitting. You can't find the right beat. But like I try to make 3 or 4 songs a week.
So I wanted to ask about that because you guys were saying be consistent. Does that mean that you should have like a set schedule, or you have to like you guys were speaking about Jace?
Yeah, Jace.
Like, what if you drop a song that's trash? Does it still like count because you're keeping the momentum up? Or
Well,
does
I guess you gotta have good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause no matter how much you drop, unless you're making like meme songs, but like if let's say you taking it serious and your music just sucks, right? If you dropping consistently, you know what I mean? Like that's not really gonna do something for you unless people like find it and make fun of it and then it goes viral. But like
Yeah.
I think like if you make like decent enough music and you drop consistently, like you'll see your numbers like slowly rise up. They'll just keep going up.
But when you say music that sucks, I feel like at least in today's age, it's like music. How can it really suck? Like unless it's like you said, a meme song. Like I think there's certain songs that are trash. But one man's trash is another man's treasure. You feel me? There are artists that are sitting there popping, they're getting views. I'm like, bro, it's trash. Like Little Pump, for example, Smoke Perp, niggas is trash. But they were mainstream. They just at one point, I mean, they fell off, but at one point they were like, you feel me? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like the consistency is key in marketing. Because if you market right, you can be trash and market enough times where like people start making TikToks to your song. As long as I feel like if you're somewhat on beat, because even Blueface couldn't find a beat for a while. And
but that's what made him viral.
Exactly.
That's what made him viral.
He's trash.
He was off beat.
Off beat. So I feel like if you're making stuff, I feel like when it comes to music, I feel like it's. I remember hearing this because 6ix9ine said this. And that it's you can be the best rapper there is. You can be better than him, better than Drake. But if you don't market yourself, no one will ever hear you. But you can be trash. And if you market yourself, you'll be popping. Like you'll get
Exactly.
motion and all that. If you can be dog, you can make 1 minute songs, just funny, catchy hooks and stuff like that. Market it 1,000 times. You're marketing everywhere to the point where now everybody's listening to it. You got record labels at your, you know what I'm saying, hitting you up. Yo, can we sign you?
Yeah. Exactly. The thing is, like, when I say trash, I mean like people with like just like a bad mix or something, or like the lyrics they're saying just don't rhyme or something, like just like objectively like bad music. You know what I mean? Like they got too much reverb on their voice or something.
Okay, so right now, if you had to say who are your top 5 all-time favorite rappers, top 5 all-time fave, like your all-time fave, like your personal fave, and then 5 on your GOAT list.
Oh damn, that's hard.
Luxx's GOAT list.
So right now, my personal artist that I listen to the most, like that I enjoy the most, I think right now it's Summers, Autumn, 10K Duncan,
Okay.
Tony Snow, and ooh, shit, who else? 10K Duncan, Tony Snow. I want to say like, maybe like Isaiah TG,
Okay.
maybe.
And then now, who's your GOAT list? This is like the greatest of all time. You feel me? Like everybody's GOAT list is different. Like I'll tell you. I'll even say my GOAT list after you. But like, what is your GOAT list? Your top 5 artists of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Like people that I listen to, or what?
It could
What
be
are we
like
talking
it's
about
your personal opinion. If you're
like you
5
want me to
greatest
say
rappers-
like you want me to say like the default list,
no,
like
not the default. That's why I say
like
your
Kendrick,
Kendrick,
Cole,
No.
Nas, Biggie, Tupac. You know, is that what you want me to?
Not the
Because I don't listen to none.
Nah, I'm talking about your personal opinion. Like my personal opinion on the GOATs are maybe different than Drew's, maybe different than Mo's. Like you feel me? Like your personal top 5 greatest of all time.
Okay, so the thing is, I don't listen to like no mainstream artists, to be honest. Like I only listen to people like either that like I make music with myself, or like the artists I've been listening to like since 2018. So like honestly, my top 5 and my GOAT list are kind of like, you know what I mean, kind of similar. They're basically the same thing. I'll say the same name. Maybe switch out Isaiah with like Cash Bentley or something. Switch out.
You never listened to X? You don't,
oh, I did listen to X, but I don't listen to X no more. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. I moved on from that sound, that old SoundCloud.
So when you were listening to underground music and stuff like that, did X ever? Because 2018, nah, he was popping in 2018. You said in middle school, 8th grade, X was, because I remember people were saying Chris was bumping X when he was
Chris put me on. Like there were like 2 pictures on Google when you searched up his name. That's when Chris put me on. I wasn't really messing with it heavy back then, but like it grew on me, like all that, like, you know, that hard ass music that he used to make.
Okay, so I'm gonna give my top 5 GOAT list, and then Drew, if you got a top 5 GOAT list, and Mo, we all give our GOAT list. Me, I'm gonna say off the top, I don't be listening to music like that no more, but I'm gonna say Juice. If you know, like that nigga, bro.
Yeah, you a Juice fan, yeah.
That nigga Juice is, and I'm not even talking about like his mainstream songs or like his release.
You listen to leaks,
unreleased. The leaks, those are like top tier. Like this nigga can make. I'm not gonna lie, he was the freestyle king. That I would say Juice. Then, if I'm doing my personal opinion, I'm gonna say Juice, X, Lil Wayne, M, and then 5. My 5th would probably be, I don't even know. Keep it a buck. Like before, I'll put Kodak. My nigga Kodak in there. Ooh. I used to like Uzi, but Uzi, he's too damn demonic. You feel me? He's too demonic. Like he's on some another level. Like
I don't listen to him. No.
I don't like Drake. Drake is overrated in my opinion.
I don't listen to Drake either.
Alright, Drew, what's yours? Who is your top 5 GOAT list? Like your opinion, the greatest all time.
So back then, I would have just said Juice, and Juice. But if I'm being honest, completely honest, is Juice, Lil Wayne, Uzi, and G Herbo.
That's
Ooh.
4. You gotta have the 5th. Who's the 5th?
I want to throw in A Boogie in there, but
Hey, Buggy.
these are just like my favorite rappers that I've been listening to. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, it would be Juice, Lil Wayne, Uzi. I know he's demonic, but you gotta give it to
Uzi's
him,
tough.
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
You gotta give it to
that
him,
nigga's
Juice. And then G Herbo. I've been listening to G Herbo out the womb. I'm not gonna lie.
Since the Lil Herb days.
Yeah.
Alright, Mo, how
Since
about
Free
you?
Crack, bro.
Alright,
Free Crack.
cool.
Top 5 all time, Mo.
Top 5. Alright, so my top 5, Def gotta be, Juice. You feel me? Then we got X. We got Lil Baby. I've been rocking with Lil Baby since I was in 10th grade. Lil Wayne, of course. And fifth one, I'm gonna have to say Uzi. Like Drew said, like he is demonic, but he's a goat. You feel me? He's definitely goated.
Nah, Uzi do go crazy. Like, Uzi realistically is better than Kodak, but Kodak, I'm not gonna lie, Kodak be spitting that talk. Kodak look like that nigga. He can rap. Like, if you ever listen to his Paint and Pictures album, Kodak was going crazy. Like, Chord Links and JPay, Paint and Pictures. Like, he's gotten some songs where like he's talking that talk, and it's like because he gets arrested so many times and all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying, people ignore that. But I wanted to ask you these last 2 questions before wrapping it up. The first one is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Or like, where do you see it and where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay. Let me say where I want to be real quick, because I think honestly where I want to be is like at a point where I could be making like a good amount of money from this, just from like features, reposts, you know what I mean, just stuff like that.
What is a good amount of money? My fault. Like, what's a good amount?
Like,
put a number.
Like a living wage. I don't know.
50,000.
10 racks a month. 10 racks a month.
10 racks a month is. I don't know if I could hit that in 5 years, but
that's easy.
That would be like somewhere I want to be. Yeah, hell yeah. 10 racks a month. That's crazy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Where I see myself. Oh yeah, that's a lot of money, bro. Just off of music.
That's 6 figs.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's definitely possible.
Think about
That's
it,
more
bro.
than the average person's salary.
20,000
Yeah.
to 200K a year.
Yeah.
Do that.
But where I see myself in 5 years, realistically, I think if I keep going in the direction I'm going, honestly, if I pick up doing like more promotion, more marketing, I feel like I could really like get this shit popping. Like, I'll be doing shows at some point with like crowds that know my lyrics and stuff, like stuff like that. Dropping songs, hitting 10K each song, you know what I mean? That's where I see myself in 5 years for sure.
So would you sign to a label or would you just stay independent? Like, how would you do it? Like, what is like, because when signing to a label, you know how it be. You know what I'm saying? Selling out,
they
would
be
you sell
trying
out? They tell you, yo, Lux, you gotta put on a dress and paint your nails. It'll make you.
Oh, I'm not doing all that. No. We're not doing all that.
The other team. You gotta pay for the other team.
Oh no. If they come in with some gay shit like that, that's a no. But
If they offer you $10 billion, you wouldn't take it?
nah,
I respect that.
I'm keeping my pride, bro.
I respect.
I'm not doing all that. But I've been offered like from small labels already.
Okay.
I've turned them all down though, cause I don't like, they trying to take cuts and stuff. Like they not really paying like that. So I don't honestly, I don't think it's worth for me right now unless they offer big money and they let me drop music. Cause a lot of labels, what they do, they sign someone and then they kind of hold their music back. Like what happened So Fago. Like once he got signed, bro did not drop nothing, bro, for like a year or two. And now who even listens to So Fago anymore? Let's be real.
Travis kept that boy Fago locked up.
That's what I'm saying.
Travis
The label
dropped.
killed him. The label killed it, bro. That's why I'd rather just be independent, own all my music, stay loyal to my producers, and you know what I mean, just thug it out like that.
But Fago got a check though. He signed the Cactus Jack. You feel me? He don't gotta.
Yeah.
I don't gotta drop music, but you know what I'm saying. Live in a
The
mansion,
thing is,
tour.
I love making music too much to like just not drop it, bro.
But you
Like,
say
I
you
got-
got 50 unreleased. You say you got mad unreleased though, 50, 60.
Oh
so
yeah,
you can
hell
still
yeah,
make it. You just can't drop it. You can leak it.
yeah.
Leak
That's
it on
what I'm saying.
SoundCloud. Purposely
I mean,
leak your music.
yeah. Technically, I could do that. Just like accidentally send it to someone, you know what I mean? But
Someone leak it. Yo, this is what's coming up. Ask this last one before we wrap it up. Keep it a buck. Since making music, have you, or would you see yourself as? Have you gotten like, let's be real, the hoes? You ever had any shorties like, yo, hitting you up like, yo, through the DMs, like, yo, I'll mess with your song. Lux, come fly me out. Lux, come school me. You feel me? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, nah. Bro.
the groupies ain't coming.
I don't got that much motion yet. There was one
Soon, bro.
there was one girl that was making beats, and she would make LuxxisDead type beats, and her boyfriend did not like that. He did not like that. He did not like that.
You ever
You should have
collaborate?
hopped on it. You should.
I should have. I really should have. But the beats were, yeah. Ew.
When I'm talking collab, I'm talking behind the scenes collab. You feel me?
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Keep it a buck. Would you sign titties and stuff like you popping? Say like 5 years from now you got Motion. You doing them underground shows like when X was coming up the undergrounds, hoes just throwing bras, panties and stuff like that. Like
Hey, you already know. Shout out to everyone.
you singing the groupies in the back for the squad. You knocking down groupies. How you doing? Are you gonna be on some like Juice WRLD? Like nah, I got a girl. I'm a lover.
It
boy.
depends. If I do have a girl, it really depends. But you know what I mean. If we single, we single. Yeah. Ooh.
I feel you.
Bro, matter of fact, let me ask you one last question.
Yeah.
So, I know you make music and all, and I know, this is a huge hobby of yours, and like you said earlier, you're not really getting paid the amount that
Yeah.
you want to get paid. Right. So my question to you is, what advice do you have for young men that want to pursue a career in music, or even want to pursue an athletic career and go to the NBA or NFL? Would you tell them to do it strictly because they have a love for the sport and go in there with no expectations? Because in the end of the day, you still have to work a job, you still have to make money,
Yeah.
you still have responsibilities. So for you to focus so much on your dreams that's not really paying you the right paycheck to live, would you recommend that for those individuals to prioritize what they love to do as a hobby and just go in there with no expectations?
I think while we young, while everyone's still young, you know what I mean? Just work a job, keep stacking your bread, and chase that dream, bro. You cannot, like, when it comes to like music or something, you can't really have no plan B. Like, you just got to go all the way with it. Because if you have a plan B that already puts in your mind like this shit might not work, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So if you gotta,
Right.
you gotta full force just chase that dream, put everything you have into it.
Yeah. And do you think part of chasing the dream is also handling your responsibilities, doing what you have to do to live?
Yeah,
save
of
your
course,
money?
of course. You gotta be like smart financially, of course. If you could, like get a good paying job, as long as you still have time to do what you love. And I feel like if that job's not taking away from that, then
Right.
take the money you get from that job, invest it back into your craft of whatever you want to do, whether it's music, a sport, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
you gotta go 100%.
Right. And I also agree that I feel like it's very important to not compare yourselves to others. When you see someone else shining and you're
Yeah,
comparing small success to their journey,
exactly.
that could definitely throw you off a lot.
Yeah. It makes it very discouraging when you see a bunch of these little kids on BandLab blowing up, and then you've been
Right.
doing this shit for 7 years, 6 years, and you know what I mean?
That's
But-
right. You
but
gotta
that's-
market. You gotta market.
Yeah, exactly. You can't let that shit get to your head though. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
So
gotta
would you
keep
say
pushing.
what's more important? What's more important? Is it the destination or the journey in that aspect?
Honestly, I think the journey, because you gotta enjoy what you're doing. You can't be like,
Right.
like oh my god, I need to get money off of this. You're not gonna really enjoy what
Right.
you're doing. You gotta make sure there's love into your craft too.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because if you're just worried, oh, I need a Grammy,
Yeah,
that's when all the
exactly.
love go out the window.
Yeah, exactly. You're just making music to
Right.
for like a material goal kind of. So
Right. And everything else will come if it's written for you.
exactly, exactly. Your time will come.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Say that. So before ending this video, you feel me? Last thing, quick. What is your end goal? Like your end goal with music? Like what is that like? This is when you're gonna feel like I made it. Like this is it. Like I'm good and stuff like that. Because we understand it's your passion and you love making music. But what is the end goal to it?
The end goal, I think the end goal would be making a living off of it. I could quit my job and just make music. You know, travel, film music videos, do concerts all over the world. I feel like that's when like alright, I really made it. You know, if you got a crowd singing your lyrics, I feel like that's when it really hits you right there.
Say that. Say that. Well, we
Yeah.
for me finishing up this pod. Thank you, Lux, for coming on. You feel me? You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it.
Of course, of
Listen,
course.
for everybody on YouTube who watch this pod, let us know down in the comments what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And where can they find you, Lux? Where can they find you?
You can find me at LuxxisDead, everywhere. That's with 2 X's. LUXX is dead. You could just search that up on Google, YouTube, all platforms. SoundCloud is my most consistent platform. But if you don't got SoundCloud, you don't even gotta worry. It's all over the place. You know what I mean?
I bet. With that being said, MaxVolume.